Hey folks, so I'm back, and Sunday, it's a lovely day. The sun is shining. It's almost nice enough to open the windows here, and I probably will in a little bit, but I'm back because I want to talk a little bit more about music, feeling good, and um, I have some requests that people are asking, and I'll get to them. But I want to talk about this one record that I've had, and I want to tell the story because I have to allow for memories to re-emerge. Um, Usually, what I understand, and I think this is probably true, is that when things happen, when we experience things, they go into memory, and it's just a matter of whether or not the memory is recalled, something triggers it, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I have a lot of memories that sometimes seem almost like dreams, or it's like I can only see fragments. I have to wait for more information to emerge. And that leads to me wanting to talk about this record that I have that is fairly collectible, and but it's real personal. There's a real personal story behind this record. I have a copy of the single by the band L.A. Carnival from Omaha, Nebraska. Blind Man and Colors. Pacific Avenue is the label. This record is very collectible. Um, Yesterday I was it's been sitting out. I pulled out a little stack of singles, and it happened to be in the stack. So that's why it's on my plate right now. I didn't even play it the other day. What I played of the stack was Midnight Cowboy by Ferrani and Teicher. But then I know that this is a collectible single, and I know that Eric the Viking, for one, is looking for it. So I thought I'd go on Pop Psych to just see, what it's valued at. And as recently as 2006, it sold a copy sold for $500, which is pretty cool. And then I was in my usual curious mood, so I get on YouTube and search LA Carnival, which I'd never done before. Found an interview with Lester Abrams. That's who LA is, about this record. I didn't know there were only 50 copies made of the record. Now, I do have some vague memories, and I just waited for them to emerge. And here's what I remember, okay? And this is so cool, actually. So, how is it that I have a copy of this record? Well, it was made in Omaha, Nebraska, my hometown. Pacific Avenue Recorders was a little studio down on about 9th, 8th, and Pacific Street in South Omaha, where I grew up. And I lived over on 12th and Pierce, which is one block over from Pacific. My dad, bless his soul, was a musician, a jazz musician. He could play anything. He had quite the reputation. He was actually an amazing musician. It's in me. It's in all the family. But the band, everyone in the band, I'm thinking I can say this correctly. And if any of you guys see this, Rick, Lester, any of you guys, Les, see this, correct me. But I remember as a little boy, you guys really looked up to my dad, and he was real important to you guys. And like he was to a lot of people musically, because my dad was amazing. He was a handful as a human, but positive and negative. But he was a hell of a musician. And now what I remember is several times going to see the band play live, my dad taking us. I remember this. I remember my dad taking me with him down to the studio where this was recorded. And this is what I think happened, because we didn't go down for a recording session that I remember. I don't remember seeing any recording going on. I remember this being the first time I was ever in a recording studio. It was just absolutely mind-blowing. I do have a few memories of actually being in it. But apparently, the reason why we went down to the studio was so that the band LA Carnival, who were very proud of this and had just made this and gotten their copies in, we went down so that they could give my dad his copy of the record. This I do remember. I remember that, and I remember this. Why do I have it? My dad heirloomed this to me. He gave it to me, not in the studio, but either later that day or that week. he gave the record to me. I do vaguely remember that he didn't just give it to me offhand. You know, he made a point of saying, this is something I'm giving you. He kind of, in his own way, he knew, okay? I don't remember what my dad said, but I do remember the feelings. I still can feel them, you know, if this was real important to me. My dad would always buy me a record for my birthday. That was when we were kids. That was, you know, remember Stephanie? That would be when I'd get a new record, if ever, you know. But this one was special. And it's just fantastic, you know. I wanted to share the story, you know, because it's very personal. And frankly, I hope that some of you guys from LA Carnival see this video. I'd love to hear from you. If indeed I got the story right, because I think that's what happened, is that we went down to the studio. I think the guy that engineered it was there. And most of you guys were in the studio. At 9th and Pacific, yeah. And the whole deal was that Les was giving my dad his copy of the record. You guys were real proud of this. And it was real special. So, you know, this means just everything to me, you know. And of course it's not for sale, you know. I wanted to share about it. It's like, wow. I mean, wow, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. That was the only thing I got prepared for. Okay, I got a request to go through more of my 25-cent finds, but I have to. I haven't even listened to all of them yet, actually. And if I were to go and try to do it now, I would spend half the video pulling them out. So I'll just add this much for musical content, is that last night I played this. I was on Facebook last night. Facebook music vinyl community is awesome. It really is. Some nights I don't spend as much time there as I have in the past, but last night I did. And it was a great night of interactions. And Nelio, a fellow from South America, had posted a Riff Raff's first album. I used to have that on vinyl on RCA. Sold it, but I have this burn of their other second album, Original Man. And so as a result, I played it because when I burned this, you know, I may have given it a cursory listen, but last night, this was a real head turner. There's some blues on here, which, you know, I don't much want to hear. But the second track, Havocac, sound like Vandergraaf Generator. Excellent. Excellent. It's got some cats in the band. I remember Tommy Iyer, excuse me if I'm saying the word wrong, on keyboards. Was he in Coliseum or something like that? Anyway, this was a good listen last night. Real good. Real good. And I was looking through my stacks, and yeah, one of the records I bought recently that I was talking about that I had got sealed was this Jesus Christ's Greatest Hits. It wasn't in the closet, so I went ahead and pulled it and opened it because, again, it's like there was no reason really to keep it sealed. It's not really worth anything. I haven't played it yet. I think I'll put it on now. I'm thinking I'm imagining I'm not going to really want to hear this. Let's find out. Let's find out. I may be pleasantly surprised. It's got a little slight warp here, but okay. Okay, the arrangements are solid right away. See, it's great, but you know, when I'm here by myself, is this the kind of thing that I get off on? Does this trip my trigger? Is this where I want to be? Fuck no. I mean, it's really well done, obviously, right, folks? What a timepiece. And then the shoes on the water, isn't that great? So see, this is the most fun that I can have with this kind of music, is sharing it with you all. Because it's very rare that I'm in the mood to listen to stuff like this alone. Sometimes I am. You know what this reminds me of is Ronnie Foster. Now Ronnie Foster has some shit like this that I love. I'll just say it again for the record because it's my channel and I get to say this. Generally speaking, when I'm listening to music, I want the music to take me as far the fuck away from this neighborhood that I live in as possible. You know what I'm saying? I do not want to be reminded of the fucking shitty inner city life that we have. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be honest. You know, I don't want to be reminded about living in the motherfucking hood. Because the hood is full of some bullshit. I mean, there's love here, but there's a whole lot that I don't want to have shit to do with and have not wanted to have shit to do with since I was a kid because of seeing. I'll just finish up because I'm going to do it. Because I love people, but I see right through people. People were also such hypocrites. And some of the people that are the most visible, listen to me talking, but I'm just telling it like I see it and saw it as a kid. Some of the people who were the biggest loudmouths and the most braggadocio and showy, were some of the people that I just loathed as a kid. And I said, God, I would never want to be like that. And so it's connected to why a lot of music that people love and share that I guess I love, well, I don't want to hear it because that's what it brings back to me. I'll add this. Many of the musicians and the music that I love, those people are obviously just the same as the people I just spoke about. Full of shit, beautiful and ugly at the same time. But the advantage is this. They are not in my backyard, and so it gave me the freedom to imagine anything I wanted to about them as people and the music. Like, for example, Sensation Spix from Italy. These guys are they were probably complete assholes. I don't know. But the music and the way that it didn't sound like my neighborhood, number one. Didn't sound like the bullshit people around me that were always trying to tell me what's up. And they didn't know what the fuck is up. And so this music saves music like this and Faust and all that prog and just stuff far away that I could imagine. I could dream what these people are like, you know what I'm saying? And what this music is about. It saved my soul. So right now, as this is playing in the background, they're doing Oh Happy Day Now. Now, when that came out by Edwin Hawkins Singers, I was just like everybody else. It was an amazing moment that this gospel song had become a hit on the radio. It was very powerful and very moving. Did I own a copy of it? Yeah, I sure did, Do I give props to it? Sure do. But do I want to listen to gospel music right now in my life? Fuck no! Yeah. I just like being able to do this, just to be able to say it like I feel it, This is in here, but I'm not using it. I'm not burning my records up. I just noticed it, Dave down in Australia, don't worry, I'm not using this. What did I have this in there for recently? I don't know. But I'm just riffing, okay? And I'm enjoying this record right now. Yeah, I'm enjoying this right now. I am. Okay, guys, I think that's probably enough, isn't it? Oh, great to see a new video by Big Star 1000. And I feel you, Big Star, everything changes. I do see that many of the folks that you really dig, and that I dig too, I won't name any names, but I know who you're talking about, haven't been making too many videos. Some folks haven't been making any videos at all, it seems like. And I feel you, bro, and so whatever you do, is respected. But you were one of the OGs. Seriously, I'm not making this up, but you were one of the people who I discovered early on in the VC who you blew my mind. You still blow my mind with the records that you buy and have in your collection. You're well-read and you do your research, and that's why you're a wonderful source for people here in the VC for information about quality music of all types. So I just want to give you props, man. Whatever you do is cool. I do notice that your videos appear to not have been getting very many views. That doesn't, I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means, the fact that my videos get views. I don't know what it means, I actually am aware that there may be quite a few people who are watching, hoping for some kind of train wreck or some kind of weird shit to go down because I think it's happened in the past, which that's human nature. You know, we want to see the blood. Is that kind of pathetic? Well, if I want to put a value on it, I say yeah. You know, we've been on this planet long enough to move past that, but we're still stuck on it. We stuck on it. We want to see the fight. We want to see the blood. We want to see the controversy. We want to hear about the tragedy instead of the good news. You know, that may be why some people watch my channel hoping for, you know, for some shit. You know, and that's not why I'm here. I'm just, my life is honestly what it is. You know what I'm saying? So none of this fucking shit is staged. Okay. So I am, just to get back to you, Big Star 1000. You are such high quality, you know, and I think that's why fewer people are watching, because our attention spans are very short, and because of school, I understand that was one reason why you announced that you would be making less videos. You know, people scatter real quickly, but also life is happening. That's the other thing that I understand. This is such a minute part of many people's lives, their record collections and these videos. For me, it's huge, you know, records and music, you know. But I've told you I'm not normal. You know, this is keep me fascinated for until I die. You know, that people are having babies, getting married, moving, finding and losing jobs. You know, life is happening, and those things are impacting people's involvement here in the vinyl community too. So it just keeps moving like a river. You know what I'm saying? I know that you know, I just want to give you much love. Love your videos, Fred. And I don't know if you caught, but I made a VC mix of people's music, and you're on it, you know, on my Mixcloud site. Let me know if you need if you happen to see this, let me know if you need a link to it. Maybe you've heard it already, but fitted perfectly. So those are things on my mind right now. And I do like to end things with a smile. And I do want to try to generally just let people know that I'm just a human being, and at the core foundation of what I'm trying to do here is just be real and share some kind of love in a real way of being human and being honest about what's going on with me. As Dwayne Lazarus shared a while back, he found this quote, which is fantastic. I'm responsible for what I say. I'm not responsible for what you understand. And so for those of you that continue to not get it right, it's on you. But I've made almost 1,000 videos, and you can see clearly if you watch any of them that I'm just being honestly Dereck Higgins. And Bridge Over Troubled Water. See, this is the way to listen to this. It's like I'm listening to it with you. Can you hear this? It's got that Booker T kind of feel on the keys. I know this is real soothing for most people. It is kind of, but I am so fucking tired of this approach to music. It's probably because I'm an American and it's the American sound, you know. I'm fucking tired of this. This shit is fucking played out. Love you guys. Love you.